Have you ever heard the saying that the opposite of love is not hate, but it's actually indifference? Because if you hate something, you're still actually giving it energy and attention, and you're still actually feeding it. And this is why you might have also heard that if you are holding on to something, maybe some kind of a grudge, then you're actually not hurting the other person, but you're actually only hurting yourself. And there's even that saying where it's like holding on to a grudge is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die, because that's how harmful it can be to you. So when you're thinking about something that really bothers you, or when you're thinking about something that you don't like, something that makes you unhappy, something that makes you maybe sad, and you keep thinking about it and you keep replaying it in your mind, maybe it's something from your past and you keep thinking about it over and over, what you're essentially doing is just reliving that experience over and over, that negative experience, and you're like holding on to it, and it turns into your own personal baggage. And if you don't let go and release that baggage, basically what's going to happen is you're going to start collecting them. It's not just that one experience, it's going to be multiple things. And the more that you feed and the more that you give energy and attention to negative things and negative experiences, things that you don't like, things that make you unhappy, the more your little collection will grow. But as it grows, it's going to really weight you down, and it's going to be this like heavy burden for you to carry around. And even though it's something that happened in the past, if you keep reliving it, then you're really making it a part of your current reality. You're making it so that your current life and your current reality feels more negative than it actually is. And it just feels worse. And with repetition, if you do this for a long enough period of time, your life is going to start to feel negative and lackluster. And you're going to start feeling like you're not happy or satisfied with your current reality, with your current life, when it could really just be something that's not even a part of your current life. And even with the things that's currently happening, the things that's actually going on in your current reality, it's the same idea. If you think about all of the things that you don't like, the more you think about it, the more energy and the more attention you give it, the more it's gonna grow. If there's someone that you don't like at work, or if there's a negative situation going on in your life, maybe it's at school, maybe there are certain people in your life you don't necessarily like, the more you think about it and the more you complain about it, the more attention and energy that you're feeding it, the more it's gonna grow, and the more you're gonna start to see more things that make you feel that way. So maybe you're stuck in traffic and someone cuts you off and you get really angry and frustrated. That spike of anger and frustration isn't gonna just be a one-time thing. You're gonna start to see and notice more things throughout your day to make you feel angry and frustrated, and that feeling will just kind of build and grow until you reach a point where you feel like, hey, today is really annoying and frustrating, I'm having a bad day and I just don't feel good. So turning that around and kind of flipping that around and using this idea of things building and being very precise and being very aware of what you're feeding and what you're giving your energy and your attention to, because you understand that whatever you kind of nourish will grow. So instead of feeding into the frustration and the anger, you're going to want to feed into the more positive feelings, the more uplifting feelings. So the little things that make you happy and the little things that bring you joy and things that make you feel grateful. Try to focus on those things instead, because again, the more you focus on it and the more attention you give it, the more it's going to grow, the more you're going to start to see things that's going to make you feel happy, things that's going to make you feel joyous, things that's going to make you feel grateful, until again you reach a point where you feel like, hey, my life is actually pretty good. I have so much to be grateful for. And I always feel so happy and so grateful for the things that I do have. And that's going to change your identity to that of a person who is very lucky and who is very blessed. And you're going to feel like good things happen to you all the time. But it really all starts with a really small mindset change and a mindset shift. It's your way of kind of communicating what you want more of and what you want less of. Similar to how you might communicate to another person, maybe someone you're in a relationship with, or maybe someone in your life, maybe a friend. You might communicate with them what you want more of and what you want less of. And it's easy when you're doing it that way. You just kind of let them know, you speak words and you tell them. But in order to communicate with your subconscious mind and communicate to the universe what you want more of and what you want less of, it's more about what feelings and emotions that you feed into versus what you don't. So whenever things bother you, don't give in to that temptation of getting super angry or getting really sad or kind of living in the past and replaying negative memories. Just kind of pull back your attention and completely ignore it. The more you ignore it, the less it will start to show up in your life. The more you start to ignore things that make you angry, the more you just kind of let things go when it frustrates you or bothers you, like the less you embrace it, the more it's gonna kind of disappear from your reality. You're just not gonna be able to find things that make you angry, and you're gonna feel like you're a less angry person, or you're gonna feel like you're a less sad person. You're gonna feel like you're a happier person. You're gonna feel like you're more lucky and you're more abundant. The next thing I want to talk about is if you've ever been waiting for a package, or if you've ever had like something coming in the mail. Maybe you had a package coming in the mail and you were like really excited for this package. Maybe you're checking the tracking site every day and you're checking all the updates. You're like, where is it? I want to know when it's coming. What's the estimated delivery date? It can be a very fun and exciting time, actually, kind of waiting for something to come in. And then once it gets delivered, that is also a very exciting time. You see it on your porch, you're so excited and you can't wait to open it. And maybe you had to do something, maybe you had to go to work and you couldn't open it. And then when you get home, so all day at work, you're like so excited to open your package, or maybe you're at school, wherever you're going. Maybe you have an appointment, maybe you go to the gym and you're like so excited by this package and you're like really motivated, so you perform really well at the gym or at work or whatever, and you just have a great day. And then you come home, you open your package and you're very excited, you got your new item. It's all great, right? But then the next day, once this item is a part of your little collection of things that you own, all of that excitement is pretty much gone. You were happy waiting for it. You were happy once you have it, but you were still waiting to open it. You were really happy when you opened it. But then once enough time passes and it's a part of your life and it's a part of the things that you own, that excitement is gone. This is so similar to how manifestations and how big goals can be for most people, and you might have experienced this yourself, where wanting something, wanting to get to a goal was actually so exciting in your mind, the idea of it, but once you get there, you actually realize that having it and having accomplished it doesn't mean as much as you thought that it would. And actually, when you were most productive, when you were most happy, was almost like the process of waiting for it, the process leading up to it. So a couple of things about this. If you know you have something good coming, it really makes you happy and motivated, and you're going to perform your best. So if you know that you're going to get promoted at work, you might perform your best. If you know that you're going to meet the love of your life, you might actually be a lot happier, and that might make you a lot more yourself, which can make you appear more attractive, more confident, more charismatic to the people around you. It's like you're being your best self, you're acting like your best self, you're presenting your best self to the world because you know that good things are coming. There's this confidence, this like knowing, this faith that something good is on its way and you don't need to do anything weird or extra. You can just be yourself, live your life as you would, be happy, and know that good things are going to happen. And then the other part of it is that getting to the end goal doesn't always make you as happy as you think that it will. And it's actually the journey, the waiting process. Sometimes that's where the high is. That's when you're most productive. That's when you're most happy and giddy. And there's this saying that progress is what makes you happy, not the destination. So if you ever tried to lose weight before, maybe you wanted to lose 5 pounds, right? Let's say you lose 1 pound or 2 pounds. That's actually when you're at your most excited about this weight loss journey. You're like so happy, you're seeing the progress, you're losing the weight, and you just feel really excited and motivated, and you're just doing everything that you need to be doing, and you're so glad to be doing it. But once you lose the 5 pounds, you're not actually as happy as you thought you would be, because what happens immediately, your mind will go to the next thing. You might think, oh, let me lose 5 more pounds. you immediately get a new goal. So sometimes the journey is where the fun and excitement is, and it's very hard to see that while you're in it. It's almost like impossible for most people. But if you can kind of take a step back and try to appreciate the journey and try to kind of like revel in it, enjoy it, and have that and have that confidence that things will work out for you, and have that faith and believe, then you're gonna have a much better experience. You're gonna have a much more productive, a much more happy, fun experience, versus if you didn't have that belief that good things are gonna happen. If you maybe believe that life just happens to you, or if you believe that you're just not a lucky person, you believe that bad things always happen to you, then you're gonna go through the same journey and the same process in a very anxious and maybe sad way. And it's like two different paths that you can take, two different experiences that you can have. One is very uplifting and high energy, high vibration, and the other one's very low vibration and very negative. So I encourage you to kind of choose the path that is going to bring you closer to your goals much faster, and it's gonna also be a lot more fun and a lot more enjoyable. Okay, that's it for today's little video. I hope that you found value in this. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with someone who might also find it to be impactful, and I will see you next time. Bye!